Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how, according to Game Rant, Kingdom Hearts 4's Sora, Kingdom Hearts presents Sora with an overdue chance to kick his feet up. So let's give this a read, shall we? Kingdom Hearts 4 is on the horizon, and the franchise seemed to be on a new course following the conclusion of the Xehanort series, or saga, sorry. Series protagonist Sora has been on many adventures over the past 20 years, and he'll return to the role in Kingdom Hearts 4. The last entry was the perfect opportunity to conclude Sora's journey, but Square Enix has chosen to usher in a new saga with him still at the forefront. Infamous for its convoluted plot, Kingdom Hearts has always found a way to keep Sora at the center. But it might be time to start considering the passing of the torch. The complexity of Kingdom Hearts wasn't present when it originally launched in 2002 and changed the gaming world while introducing Sora to the masses. A unique protagonist somewhat between Final Fantasy and Disney aesthetics. Sora's boyish charm made him an instant fan favorite. His journey in the original Kingdom Hearts could have been a self-contained story. Having seen Sora across a multitude of Disney worlds before an intense emotional conclusion after facing off against Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. What followed was Kingdom Hearts Shattered Memories, and Sora's time in Castle Oblivion would see him saving the day again in a hasty story involving losing his memory, hyping up his return. So Kingdom Hearts 2 was the end of Sora's story for years. Kingdom Hearts 2 is widely considered as the peak of the series and the story of Sora, as this was the conclusion to his tale for several years. The adventures went a step above most aspects of the original game, even seeing Sora visit all of Kingdom Hearts 2 Disney worlds twice over for good measure. He reinforced many friendships, defeated the sinister Organization 13 and their leader, Semnis, and even reconciled with a fragmented part of his self by the end. The emotional ending could have been the end for the character, with only a fake post-credit scene driving the completed story forward. And that's too, you can say, the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2, how it ended, it could have easily been the end of Kingdom Hearts. Well, with the exception of Birth by Sleep. Because Birth by Sleep was, said before Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories and 2, so, could have went back, but Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep could have been, the last Kingdom Hearts game, but Kingdom Hearts 2 could have been, potentially the end of the Kingdom Hearts as a present time. But then, I guess we got Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyways. And I want to stress that I did say the word potentially before anyone jumps down in my throat. Anyways. Kingdom Hearts May side entries that followed would go on to make the series notorious for avoiding Kingdom Hearts 3. From the release of Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2005 to the release of the third entry in 2019, there were at least 5 unique games that bridged the massive gap. Square Enix had finally experimented with other playable characters, and this era would go on to largely define the Kingdom Hearts series and its timeline. Roxas further cemented his fan favorite status in 358 over 2 days, while the Birth by Sleep trio provided the most experimental versions for the games at their time. So Kingdom Hearts 3 legitimately concluded Sora's arc. Dream Drop Distance saw Sora and his rival Riku return, but this title only set up the further 7 years wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. During which a plethora of remasters would give fans a refresher on the complicated narrative. Between all the remasters, Sora had been in the mind of fans for a few years leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3. The anticipated title would follow an older Sora as the story finally connected all the dots between the different games and brought all the characters together in a war against Xehanort. But even this story ended on a cliffhanger, resolved by a DLC that seemed to finally conclude Sora's saga. And before I continue, Sora did sacrifice himself so Kairi can return, and Kingdom Hearts 3 did did set up if they wanted to be done with Sora, they can. But of course, like we saw in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, they chose, okay, we're not gonna be done with Sora just yet. And on one hand, I'm like, yay, we keep more Sora, but on the other hand, I've said to a few people that, it would be interesting if Sora dies in Kingdom Hearts 4, and then so we can have either Roxas, Kairi, or Riku being the new face of Kingdom Hearts. And I think because they all have ties with Sora. Riku is Sora's best friend. Roxas is Sora's nobody. Kairi, what many fans, including myself, believe is his love interest, and Kairi was the same for Sora. And to top that off, Kairi was the face of Melody and Memory, even though they had 3 different Kingdom Hearts teams, and Kairi was only the front and center towards the last 30 minutes of the game, pretty much. But they can use Melody and Memory to say, you know what, we need to make Kairi the new face, so we're going to sacrifice Sora. Sora's going to be a gut punch because I'm attached to Sora, but I would be more also accepting of Kairi being the new face of the Kingdom Hearts universe if that were to happen. Because like I said, Roxas is nobody. Riku is his best friend. Which we seen Riku doing some shit, right? And we seen Roxas doing some shit. And to be fair, we did see Kairi doing some shit too. But we hadn't seen that much of what Kairi can do. And as much as admittedly fun this game is, which I underestimated how fun this game would have been. And thank you to my childhood best friend to give me this, because I was really hesitant about getting this, and one of my friends bought me this. One of the best games ever, but that I played, because I didn't realize how much I would love rhythm-based games. But wouldn't it be really cool to have Kairi as the new face of Kingdom Hearts? Especially in the event that Sora does end up dying in some way in Kingdom Hearts 4. Wouldn't it be interesting to have this character, even though I'm not a huge fan of the new voice actor, to come in and be the new face? I'll be open to that, and I think if we get Kairi as a new face of Kingdom Hearts, we can really see what she's made of. And we have yet to really be able to play as Kairi. So that's it, I'm moving on. Then the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer was released and showed Sora somehow in Shibuya. Shibaya. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The real world as opposed to a Disney World. As if all of his adventures hadn't been exhausting enough, Sora is literally shown to be waking up from a much needed slumber, before being focused being forced face to face. Blah, blah, blah. Let me read that. As if all his adventures hadn't been exhausting enough, Sora is literally shown to be waking up from a much needed slumber before being forced to face the Heartless once again. While the real life scenario is a new direction, Sora appears to be the same old hero he had been since 2002. And maybe the bold shift would have benefited from a new protagonist. With Riku, Roxas, and newcomer Yosora in Kingdom Hearts 4 all being beloved by fans, a new era of Kingdom Hearts could finally let Sora take a step back and hand over the reins to our first new face. With a series history of multiple playable characters, fans could still hold out hope for that opportunity in Kingdom Hearts 4, which Kingdom Hearts 4 is in development. And I agree, they're as much, like I said, as much as I enjoy Sora, I think heading the baton over would be the quote unquote unexpected twist. Whether it's Riku, Roxas, that Yosora character that we met in Kingdom Hearts 4, or even Kairi. That would be cool. Now I think because Yosora said that he was going to save Sora in Kingdom Hearts the Remind DLC, right? And I think, even though I think people would be up for Roxas and Riku to be the face of Kingdom Hearts, Sora is, I think, a really good option. And again, I think Kairi would be a really good option. And to be the new face. Kairi, because she's the love interest to Sora, and we haven't really seen much of what she could do yet as a Keyblade Master. Because the offense of Kingdom Hearts 3, she was 90% of her was training. Then when she was doing something, she got captured by the bad guy and got killed by the bad guy. And now she's back. I want to see more of Kairi as a Keyblade wielder at this point. I really do. And maybe we get a new game where she's the main character. We can play as her, fighting Heartless, Nobodies, and First, or whoever's the new main bad and the big bad of said game. Besides just a rhythm-based game. Or we could get Yosora, who was literally just introduced in the Kingdom Hearts 4. Or we could get a game that lets us go back and forth between Yosora and Kairi. The only thing I will say is please don't do what you did in Dream Drop Distance and force us to go switch between Kairi and Yosora, because that was annoying. And because of that, Dream Drop Distance is the only Kingdom Hearts game that I played that I have not finished, but I've seen the cutscenes. Because that thing got annoying, especially during boss fights. So, I think, like I said, Sora taking a step back and handing over the reins to a new character, preferably either Yosora or Kairi. That'd be cool. See, especially Kairi, because like I said, now that she's a Keyblade wielder and who got trained in Kingdom Hearts 3, we didn't really get to see most of her be fighting outside of the most we could see her fighting was in Kingdom Hearts 2, The World That Never Was, and then a little bit in Kingdom Hearts 3. But I think Kairi has way more potential than Kingdom Hearts has allowed us to see from her, if that makes sense. But with that said, what do you beautiful people have to say? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And as the saying goes in the Kingdom Hearts series, May your heart be your guiding key.